Hello, welcome back. Last time I got a new sword and a new cane, and I already have most of my hearts? Well, I'm one ahead of there. But yeah, how many heart pieces are there left to find? Now, hold on a second. Menu button is this one. So there are still 3 essences to find. Each one will come with a heart container. I think I got the password heart, so there are 4 heart pieces left, I think? Because I'm pretty sure I haven't gotten the tree one, or the... Did I get the maple one? I don't think I got the maple one. I've been through so many loops of this game now. These 2 games that I've lost track, though. Does the Cane of Samaria deal damage? Not 2 bats. Maybe to someone, but not that someone. Oh, so many of these. This newly excavated cave was a bat haven. Hi. Oh, right, I have to do the Goron dance here. Ooh, that's going to take forever, because that's how it does. Well... I don't remember what the rewards are. Do I need to actually take it all the way? Hi, are you the one I need to invest in? Big Goron's sword, what? Does that exist? Oh, wait, is there another sword upgrade? Yes. Okay, and you're gonna tell me a password. Alright, Big Goron on the mountain. Bang N at $H. Okay. Or once more. Alright, bang N at $H to Big Goron. Alright, Big Goron is a big pain to get to. This took a really long time to walk all the way up here. Did the one from the other world say to me that this is a 2-handed sword? So maybe I can only equip that sword and not something else at the same time. And that's how it's balanced with existing alongside the Master Sword. That was the password. Yes, bang N at $H. That's how you forge a sword. Goron steel. It's encoded in a language only the Gorons understand. Big Goron sword. Okay. Well, there we go. A whole new thing. This 2-handed sword is huge. 5B circle 2 open parenthesis. 5B circle 2 open parenthesis. No. This time I have to say no. 5B circle 2 open parenthesis. Big Goron's sword. Yeah, both hands! Ha! A powerful 2-handed sword. Tell me the secret again. Oops. Yeah, yes. 5B circle 2? 5B circle 2, open parenthesis. No. Okay. Whoa! It takes a while to swing. Alright. So I gotta bail out and go to Faror now. Okay, 5B circle 2, open parenthesis. I can remember that for a brief moment. I'm gonna go to the past first. So I'm gonna do this as early as is possible. 5B circle 2 open parenthesis. That sword's gonna make combat interesting. Alright, you must be the one that I want. Yes, it's you! Yes. Sounds good, let's do that. You'll find some treasure. So how long is a while? Will you finish before the end of the game? Is it a certain number of kills, or is it other stuff? Alright, so now... I have a secret I need to whisper. Now's not the best time. Wait, what side of the mountain is this? Wasn't I in that cave already? Also, this looks like a soft spoil... yeah, soft spoil sot to me. It is. Sure. As soon as I feel like I can get back to where I am, in a reasonable amount of time, I'll go whisper that secret. I remember it. Okay, this is actually fine. Let's do it from here. And right, I did need to be in the present for, hi. Did need to be in the present for Farror, because she doesn't exist in the past. The tree's too small to house her. Do I have any rings? Yes. Praise. Armor ring L1. Okay, I guess I didn't have the L1. Cool. Where'd that ring come from? I don't remember. Hi, Farrar. I know the secret to moving through time. It is 5B circle 2 open parenthesis. Alright, a two-handed sword. That's very slow to swing. And I'm gonna be using the cursed ring while using this. So increased but also reduced power. Yep, A and B both do that. This seems very impractical. Let's chop some things with it. It does have a large reach. Can I charge it? Oops. No, there's no charging this thing. It does break pots. Well, you know what? I'm in the Hero's Cave. Let's do this today, as far as I reasonably can. And hope there's a portal available for use because, right, I don't want to have to redo this all the time because it's actually a little bit complicated. I need pots on both of those buttons. Alright, slime, you're my first test. Okay, so you went down with one swing, but you're just a slime. The Master Sword would have done that too. Okay, some of these move in some direction. That moves that way. This needs to move... let's see. Yeah, that'd be nice, but no. What's this going to mean? Maybe that moves to the side... no. Maybe? Yes, okay, there we go. Yeah, this room in particular is a gigantic pain. I'm gonna take this thing out of my hand before I accidentally use it. You know, that should be out of my head too. Okay, so for that pot, I can push it here without losing anything. If it needs to go there, most advantageous would be for, let's see, that will do the job. Like, I assume the portal pattern will hold from the other game. Those are both held. I didn't hear... Oh, the door was already open! I didn't even look at it, I just saw that there were two things to... Okay. So, there's no point in redoing that. Got it. I even noted this last time I was in the cave. That's how long ago that was. Okay. Hi, likes, meet the Bigoran sword. I'm gonna try something that was implicitly suggested to me. Yeah, I can shovel those. That's pretty funny. So shield not strictly required. There is a portal here. Wait, what does that connect to? I'm forgetting everything. Okay, so likes go down with a few hits. So if there's a portal... Oh, that's just for going deeper in, right, so that's just the room exit. Not a shortcut in and out. So right, this is solved, door is open. Can I reach you from there? No. Ah! It kicked me out of the room when it respawned, that's rude. Alright, this sword is... more of a liability than anything. It's a fun novelty, but I don't think it's a serious combat tool. I could choose to use it as one, but that's just probably not a good idea, honestly. Okay, so this door was never closed. There isn't a door there. I need a key here. And this is what? Switchhook stuff? Yes. Ouch, right. Those fires are very deadly. I will switch you. And then be stuckish. Wait, that's a jump thingy. No, it's not. That's a place to put the statue. It looks the same as one that changes colors when jumped on. Okay, so this is where the key goes. Bat, you need to be gone. Other one too. Ouch! Do I own a potion? Nope. So, okay, what is happening here? So, right, these are statue destinations. I need to do some ridiculous switchhook shenanigans to get the ability to put you there. It's not that ridiculous. All that needs to happen... All that needs to happen is that this has to go to one specific spot. And that spot is right here. Okay. There we go. Alright, this room layout, I can switch to the Tektite. Just pick it up gently instead of pinching it like you do with other things. Well, dang, I wanted your potential heart. Cannot switch with a... whatever that is. 2 buttons in there. Going to need a key for something somewhere, I imagine. This is currently open, though. Okay, before I do any of that, let's get another chance at this. Well, so what is happening here? These move, that's what. That helps. Get off that edge. Get off some edge, there we go. Why would I do that? Am I going to do... oh, no, this doesn't move. What? That doesn't go that way. I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe it is that once I've gone in here... I was gonna say I could push that, whoops, block to the east, but that doesn't make sense. A lot of things about this room don't. So this seems to be the only way those resolve. This doesn't push, this doesn't push, this doesn't push. Getting over there can't possibly help me, right? As far as I can tell, there's no way for it to. But then why the bridge unfurling? That's a very scary jump there, especially with the amount of health that I have. I did it. And then probably best choice here would just be to chomp one of these and do that. That didn't work. Okay, that's not very doable. You know what? Let's ignore this room for now and try this one. Big Oron Sword, how do you do against the Kirby-like? just fine. How serious is this space filling puzzle gonna be? Going from outside in is probably not the best of ideas. It's also probably not the worst. Okay, not detecting any issues here as long as I end there. So that will be the plan. I detect an issue. Yeah, this is unsolvable now. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. First of all, I'd like you gone. I'm unimpressed with this sword. Yeah, it actually does less damage than the... Well, less damage than a full swing of the Master Sword. And I cannot charge it. Okay, so the problem I caused myself was that when I cut this corner, it left that on its own, and this. And I've done it again. So I can't cut that corner that way. What if I would do this? Well, as long as I'm ending there, that could maybe work, except this has created an impossibility. Okay, this one might be an actual, legitimate challenge. Okay, that didn't work out. Let's go another direction. And I guess save that problem for later. With this other high-pitched noise, yeah, okay, that's a problem. Wait, it wasn't. What looked like a problem solved itself somehow. What did I see? Something inaccurate, apparently. See, I don't actually have much of a mental model for working with this. Okay, so now this is unsolvable. Yeah, it's that spot again, just right in here. You two... Of course, none of them are gonna move. Okay, so let's try and solve that part first. Well, as long as I can end there, then that's fine. Except it's not. Okay, so if I go out a little bit... That's healthier. I should come up with a mental model at some point for how this sort of thing works. That did not work out. It's like, I've done this sort of mechanic in a lot of different games, but never quite... Okay, once again, I'm just not doing the right thing here. Never really codified what it is that makes it work the way it does. Okay. I think I see what I'm setting up to do. Proper planning ahead means... Right now I do... Okay. Looking ahead to the end. Yeah, so just think about working backward and cut off all of the tiles that are not involved in that backward working pattern. Okay. This is bad. This is non-resolvable. Yeah, no, got a problem. Because the end of this would have been... Sure, let's carry it out here. That was my plan, but then I'd have this again. So let's do that, but better. So I'm here now. I have to do this to avoid getting trapped. This has now set up a situation where, where it's impossible, hasn't it? I think so. So to end here, because this would have to be the end, I would have to have walked from here. If I'm walking from there, it means I'm coming from this spot, because otherwise that's an island. Island, so it has to be filled now. Oh, did this solve everything? That may have just solved everything, that step right there. Okay, so parity issues may be resolved. I think they're not, no, because now I have a new problem. So I'll get away from that. Problem is now these two. I have to walk in, like, cross from left to right on one of those, unless I go right to left right now, which would leave this out in the cold. Yeah, okay, no, so that's just sort of move the problem around some more. I guess really it's this pinch between these two. How do I deal with this tile that I'm on right here? How about by just not stepping on it at all? Wait, I have a different idea. So once again, alright, so now since, well, let's play this out, I guess. Yeah, that's no good. I'm kind of just rotating the problem around, but not in a way that lets it resolve. So two different pinch points right there. Oh, I have a different idea. What if a path looks like this? I mean, I cut myself off, but let's just see the end of this now. I could do something like that at the end. Okay, I think that's what I want to set up. So other things similar to how I was doing them, just leave a cutout. Which means I have to go... this still doesn't resolve, does it? No. No, it doesn't. See, now I have an impossibility. Both of these have to go and they can't. What if I run all the way around the outside, and then I have an impossibility again? Actually, do I? Isn't this just what I was doing in my previous attempts? Also, that's a failure. Good grief. Okay, so what? I mean, this has gotten me stuck here because this is only one wide. And then there's this spot. Whoa, this is serious. Hup. No, it doesn't care if I'm in the air or not, it's gonna be filling things in regardless. Well, I can wrap around a little bit differently. Can I just fully resolve all of this now by doing... No, I cannot. This heart beep is not helping anything. This is today's activity, apparently. Just this room. Okay, so the wrapping around the statues. There are several pinch points. Okay, yeah, so between the north wall... I can't see up there, and that's okay. Between the locked door and the Armos. Between the Armos and the tile. Then between the tile and the other Armos. Those are the one-wide pinch points, so that's a three things. If I can weave all the way in and out of there without losing any ground, maybe I can make something work. So from there, I need to end up on the other parity in that spot. Has this done it? No. No. Wait, hold on. What was my plan? All the way in and out. Let's do that first and try to resolve everything else. The problem is if I do that first, I'm cutting off large portions of the puzzle. Okay, so then what if... So once I come up here, once I've crossed one pinch, I must also cross all the other pinches at the same time, more or less. But then this creates a new one. Ooh, look at that. So if I had done... Alright, so if I do everything, come back to this point, and this is how I end. Could this be valid? No. Impossible. If I can just set up an endpoint that's valid, and, like, leave the puzzle in a state where I can get to it, so my parity is just wrong here. I think that can be fixed by doing, like, a little 3-wide jog over here first. But now I'm stuck. I would have to have filled in... this. That didn't even do what I wanted. Okay, now hold on. So if I am entering this... Is there a way to make this such that if I have done the rest of it already, this is all compatible? No. Because that's off by 1. And this is now split. If I did it differently... What could I do different? Okay, so let's study one more time what happened there. Why is this broken? If I'd go north, does that help anything? Same thing, I have a fork at the end that can't be fixed. I can't just pick up one more on my way. Parity says no. Maybe I can end at the door. Okay, I think this is not impossible yet if I'm ending at the door. I don't like what just happened there, but maybe it's fixable. Ooh, careful. Okay. Plan to end at the door. Careful with this, which I can do. Yeah, this is encouraging. That's all fine. That's all fine. This is not. I have one tile off. Yeah, one tile off no matter how I do it. Well, that was the closest I had so far, so if I can move that tile somewhere... problem is, what did I even do? So why is this impossible? Because right here I have to split that way. Can't I just make it too wide at the start to avoid that problem? So draw a square, then go about that business. Go all the way around this one. Defer going all the way around the other one. Okay, that's a little better. But no, now I have unresolvable between you and you, right? Unless I approach that from... okay, but because of where this is, I cannot. Can I? If I go this way... I think I can set it up now. Assuming everything to my right pairs up the right way. I think it does. It doesn't. Unless I can resolve it by going... I needed these two to have been Because I was going to walk in like this. Well, I can just as well go down here and do these at the same time. Okay, so enter here. Walk that path, that's my ending. Okay. So this has to stay open, so I'm coming in from here. Okay, so I'm doing a diagonal all the way across there. Let's do this backwards. Nope, here I have a problem. Alright, got stuck because this one and this one both had to be highlighted. I gotta, like, get out a piece of paper for this. I mean, I can just try it going forward again. Okay. But maybe what that told me is I want to approach... Okay. Let's do it backward again and try a different pattern. All of that is mandatory, but I can come from the north or the south here. North wasn't great, so let's say south. So then I can do the north, and end up here, which is bad. Okay, so hang on. I ended up with this. Ooh, there we go. Okay, a swirly pattern around there. Then I can just cut off all of these. Does this link? No. It leaves one out in the cold. So somehow erase that pattern. Also, I didn't get these two, did I? Okay, so for this to pair up, if I'm entering here, I'm doing this. Unless I'm entering here? No, that doesn't resolve. No, it has to be right here. This is the only tile I can start the final process on. Okay. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. That's all compatible with what I'm doing. This is not. That's invalid. Okay. What shape do I have to leave at the end? Okay, so backward one more time. This just immediately doesn't resolve, right? Not immediately. Wait, hold on. Didn't I walk all the way around that statue so I'm actually fine here? Yes, okay. What if I do some vertical sweeping here? That's fine, I didn't touch any of those, but then this is a problem. Because I have to go here, that one is cut off otherwise. And then how do the rest of these happen? Ooh, that resolves. Okay. What was that? I think it was this. Okay, I think it was this. No. No, it died right here. Wait, did it? Hold on. Yes. It sure did. Wow! Similar problem. Wait, no, does this just resolve? No. No, I still have this exact same problem. Alright, same problem as last time. Same layout. So at least I managed to repeat that. Okay, so to incorporate this somehow... I don't even understand how to operate on this path. Like, what are the changes that I can make to have this actually happen? I could take this 3-wide pattern all the way to the wall. Let's see what that does. If I keep on moving this problem around, at some point I'll get a chance to, like, pull out the kink in the hose and make something different happen. Ah! So extending this all the way to the wall has sort of revealed the nature of the problem all on its own. So let's find a way to get to that wall. This is something I can do at the start of the puzzle. Find a way to get to that wall and back. Well, can't I just do it this way? No. No, I cannot. And right, yeah, so that's already revealed, the incompatibility. So how do I make that possible then? Okay, what did I do? I did this, I went here. What if I take... No, I could not have. Wait, yes. This all filled in. My mistake. Okay, that looks like it might be good. A lot of other things have too, and then they've ended up not being. Okay. Let's go backward for a moment here. Let's imagine I went north. Does this resolve if I sweep up and down? No. Because of you. Okay, so let's skip a little bit. So if I'm snaking like this, and I switch to that... No, it's no good. Yeah, I think this is already unsolvable, right? Because I just cannot change the parity of something or other. Like, this is some kind of winding problem around the statues? What is this? None of this has made any difference. The problem is this is 5 wide, so I need my parity to be the other way around. I need the yellow tile to be down here when I'm in this state. Do I have a way to switch it? So I have some wiggle room up in this area. So I need to cover this... I see what I need. I need to do an S shape like this. Over there and here. Okay, so an S shape like this. Which I can kind of just do, right? So that operation right there has moved the yellow tile from here, 2 tiles to the left, 1 tile down. Okay, so by snaking around this way, I offset my up-down parity. Did I actually? No, I didn't. I'm in the same place. Never mind. That didn't help anything. Huh? And here I'm gonna run into an extra. Yep, there's that extra. Right there. So is it strictly a winding thing? Like, I have to wind differently to change the parity at all? Can I treat this as like a bridges puzzle? Like 1 crossing here, 3 here, between there and the wall, 3 here between there and the wall. Maybe I can. 2 here between there and the wall. 4 here. Any even number larger than 2 can be reduced to 2, I think. Okay, so evens and odds. So we got even, odd, 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 even, even, odd here, even here. Alright, so south and east are even, north and west are odd with respect to the wall. I don't know what that tells me, though. I mean, no. Probably not. Maybe? Actually. Nope, got the extra tile there. I see it. It's right here. This choice can't be resolved. Like, all the stuff I've done has not actually changed parity, it's only solved local, dead-end problems. But the global ones remain. So if I'm back like this again... What does the state space look like when I do these things? Okay, so that's squared off a little shape I didn't like. But yeah, no, I see the coming problem that's here and here. Like when I have those two choices coming up. Unless... no, because this is here. Okay, what if that wasn't there? So if I ended in a shape that looks like this, that's interesting. So cross those two last and end after one of them. Okay, so from the start, try to fill in those without affecting parity. Okay, I'll try. No, that's left this out in the cold. Leaves that there. Well, sure, that was a bad idea for lots of reasons. Unless that's my end point. Wait, hold on. So if I've done all of those things, then blah blah blah, go over here, do something like, I don't know, this, and end here? What about you? Well, there are ways around that, I think. So yeah, it's like my chosen endpoint is a big part of what determines just kind of everything here. Two endpoints. Nope, no good. I do not know. I'm going to have to solve this outside the game because this just, the tools for solving this are not good enough here. So I'm actually bailing out on this puzzle. I'll come back and have mapped out a route that's compatible because yeah, this is not doable with the tools provided. If I had an undo button, if I could see the whole room at once, if lots of possible things were here that aren't, maybe. But yeah, wow. Okay, so a puzzle in this game actually is too much to just do in line. Okay, well good job Oracle of Ages, you did it. I'll come back with something else next time. Hi, it's 3 hours later. I couldn't leave this puzzle alone, so I drew this in a paint program and tried many things, and always ended up with at least one tile that was unsolvable. So I felt the need to boot up the game again to test if any of the Armos could actually move, which I thought I had tested already, and it turned out I had because the answer is no, they cannot. So I'll push them all from all sides, just to show that. Then I checked if my drawing was accurate. I walked along one of the paths I had drawn to make sure that it lined up with what I had done, so let's do that now. There are many ways to end up with just one tile remaining. Whoops, I don't have it on the screen. It looks like that, okay. Here's one of them. So just tracing out these paths, there's one kink in my hose I could never get rid of. Just because of the particular snarls right here in this center area, all around here. I need to do this. It is a lot easier to reason about this when I can actually move my lines around without restarting the entire thing. and do things like perhaps prove that this is actually impossible. Whoops, I messed up. So then the thought occurred to me while I was doing that. If an Armos cannot move, and if this is impossible as presented, I remembered that these rooms are usually item checks. Then I realized I wasn't using any of my items. So the item that I got... Well, let me finish this path and show where the discontinuity is. So I do that, I do this, I go around this way. I do this. I do this. And the way I drew it leaves that corner out because it can't be resolved at the same time as this. So I thought, what item would I have just gotten at the point where this room would open up? Cane of Samaria? Alright, let's try putting it here and see what happens, and check it out. If no blue can be seen, I guess the block is red, and that's good enough, so that's the solution. Okay, so I got sniped with an actually impossible puzzle, and I had to think of a completely different thing to do. Alright, so I guess I learned some principles of space-filling puzzles. It's just, yeah, this one is not solvable no matter what you do unless you cheat. So, the answer is to cheat.